Hey guys, Cola Carman here. So today we are just going to be going over plans that I want to do to the Blazer and what needs to be done and what I'd like to be done. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first off, we're going to start off with the front end and work our way around and then inside and do all the plans. So let's go ahead and start off with the front end. What I want to do is I've already ordered new headlights and new, I guess you could call them parking lights, the orange light, and they are going to be clear, so it kind of gives it more of a modern look. And if I don't really like it and it just turns out to be not the best looking, I can always return them and or sell them to someone else, because someone else does have a Blazer and I know that they've wanted to do this to theirs also, but I'm gonna see. And also, I'm not a huge fan on chrome. I'm sure some people are, but I'd like to get the front, I guess you could call it grill, the little strip of chrome, color matched. That would look nice. And what else? I don't know. I might put the little Z71 badge with the 4x4 in the grill right here, right there. I'm not sure. I might or might not, like I said. And that's pretty much it for the front end. Front end. Before I forget, I would love to get a little 2-inch crowl, like a little hood that has a little bit of a ledge to it that goes up. Just a small little 2-inch growl type of hood. And what else? To the front, I have a whole list on my phone. I've wrote it down as I've gone. I can't really think of anything else for the front end besides what I've already said. So now on to the driver side and passenger side. It's pretty much all the same. So starting from the bottom up, I would like to put aftermarket rims, but that will be in the future, a long time away. I can insert the picture of the rims that I'd like to get. I believe they're 16 or 17-inch rims. I've seen them on a few other cars and I think they look real good. I think that they might look pretty good on the Blazer, but it's nothing like, I guess you could call it fancy. They're just KMC rims. I think they're KMC Nomad rims. I think that's in a 14, no, never mind, not a 14, a 16 or 17-inch. On the Blazer is a 15-inch rim, I believe, right now. And I'd like to get some aggressive tires like what's already on there for that. Also, before I forget, I'd like to get the frame every year. This would just be under general maintenance. Let the car pass. Every year or two, undercoat the frame, sand it down, then spray a primer, rust reformer, and then spray an undercoat. Now moving up, like I said about the Z71 badge, I might put it in place of the 4x4, but that's a maybe. I don't know. I've seen it on one other Blazer, but they had it up on the pillar right there, so I'm not sure how that would look on the fender. What else? Oh, maybe one way, I don't know how it would work, but to put little turn signals in the mirror, or put it in the inside of the mirror. And then I would like to tint the front window because it goes, I believe it's either 20 or 25% in the rear, and then I'd like to match it or go one, however tint percentage is, or go one level before the 20 or 25, so maybe put a 30 or a 25 on the front window, and then maybe put a banner, just like a little sun strip of tint across. It kind of already has that. Let me go ahead and stand up. It kind of already has that type of banner right here, but I'd like to put that as a little banner. Let's see, I'll get into the interior in a minute. Let me go ahead and get on. Before I forget, something that I just looked up on my phone, it does need a new front bumper, because if you look at it, it's in very bad shape. It even has a little dent over here, so it does need a front bumper. Now let's go ahead and continue on to so for the rear, what I'd like to do, let's start off at the bottom, work our way up. What I want to do is I want to add dual exhaust. I will play a sound clip of someone who has already done this on their S10. The S10 and the Blazers have the same motor, I'm sure, as a lot of people know, but I like to put duals with the chrome tips. I think that would look and sound great. And also where they would come out would be, there's a little edge right here. Have the pipe, let me put the keys down, have the pipe come out to here from that little spot. You just have to run, let me think, like axle over axle pipes from the muffler. Get a single in and dual out muffler. Let me go ahead and play a sound clip for you. Heard, that sounded pretty good. I liked how it sounded. Or if we just were to change our mind, sorry, there was a bug in front of the camera. If we were to change our mind, we could just add another exhaust cutout on the original muffler. Okay, now let's, oh, it does need a rear bumper also, because it's all dinged up. It's got scratches, or just completely repaint it. I want to get new taillights, same OEM taillights. Like, I wish that they did have LED taillights of some sort like you see on certain trucks, but they don't, unfortunately. But I would go original on them. As you can see, I did wet sand this and then clear coat as I did on the front also. I don't know if I've said that in a video or not. Then moving up, okay, well, this video is definitely going to be out before the video that I'm in the process of making now. I don't know how long that will take, but I want to get a GMC Envoy spoiler from a 1998 through 2000 GMC Envoy spoiler, and it's just a little spoiler and it comes in. I've been on the hunt. I found a few. The guy wanted $100. And it worked, but it probably would stop working within a few. Who knows? It's at least 20 years old. So that's what I want to do, and it would replace the third brake light. If anyone knows of anyone who has a spoiler from that type of car, comment down below. I'm on the hunt to find one. I found 3, but they're all outrageous prices. So the one guy wanted $250, and yeah, so, you know, reasonable price. So that's pretty much it for the rear. Also, maybe get new glass because it does have that awful like mark. I don't know what that is. Sorry, that's the key. It's like a groove. I guess the wiper was low on the windshield wiper on the rear. I guess it was low and it just made this awful scratch. So now let's move on to the roof. What I want to do is obviously repaint the roof rack, and then maybe, I know a lot of people say, oh well, if you add a sunroof it's just going to make it leak and you should not add one. Well, I would like to add one that has the vent where it can go up. It can't go up and slide back in the up position, but it would have to go up. You could vent it or have it slide back. I believe, I know on some Blazers they add them, but you had to special order them. This was not a special order. This was off the showroom floor or in the showroom parking lot or wherever it was back in 2004. But like on Blazers, it would go from here, I think, to back here. And I believe there is actually, if you didn't get a sunroof, there is a little cutout between the roof and the the liner. Okay, I'm drawing a blank. What's it called? Geesh. Well, just, there's a little gap in between the roof and the inside. Let me unlock it. There's a little gap up in here if you didn't have a sunroof equipped, but I would love to add a sunroof, and I know you'd have to take this from here and take this whole thing off, and then you could add the little function up in here somewhere, like maybe here, or you could just order one that did have a sunroof, the whole front. But yeah, now back to the exterior. I don't know, that's pretty much for the exterior. If I think of anything, I will come back out and go over it. So let me go ahead and, before that, I would like to add possibly a lift kit or just raise the torsion bars up a little bit. That would obviously have to clear the aftermarket rims that I'd like to get, but that will be in the future. Maybe like a rough country 2-inch or maybe a 3-inch lift kit. Nothing crazy. Hold on, let this bike pass. Nothing too crazy, obviously. Just kind of want this to be a clean, good condition Blazer. That's my whole goal for this. So now let's move into the interior. So now for the interior, I would like to find either some Trailblazer edition door panels and seats, or what I'd actually want, and that would fit the car better, is like some LT model interior with the leather door panel and this all leather. And then I'd like to add a wood grain like control panel from like a Bravada or something of that nature. I would like to replace these speakers to something more modern that has better sound quality, and obviously replace the seats with black leather and maybe heated seat, I don't know. Moving on to the steering wheel, I'd like to add maybe from a Trailblazer steering wheel. I don't know, I think that would be a pretty difficult job to do. I'm not 100% sure. Or add one from any other GM vehicle that has a more modern look. for the steering wheel, and this is obviously original, so it does have some wear. And for the time being, maybe just put on a steering wheel cover to match, just a regular black, nothing with the Chevy emblem or whatever. And then this, have someone professionally have it done, or maybe I just keep on trying to fool with this. But if we get a downpour of rain, and I mean a lot of rain, it drips. It's not from here, even though it looks like it would be. It's about here. I've done both on both sides and nothing. But I heard that you can bend this in some, and a long time ago, we've already had this door been moved twice, I think, on the driver and passenger, and they've completely re-welded. And because before, the door, when you would open it, it would completely just drop. Like, it would not obviously fall off, it would just completely go plop like that. And this is all new from a few years ago, like maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I'd like to somehow figure out how to get this rain to stop leaking in. And now it's doing it on the passenger side. Whenever you're going and then you hit the brake, a stream of water just drips. Now let's go ahead and keep on going. I'd like to replace the head unit with something like a touchscreen, maybe add a backup camera, because that's fairly simple to do on this. Let's see, what else? Maybe add the control for the air from like a different Blazer with the, I'll put a picture up at the end of the video of what I would like it to look like, but it just has a whole bunch of like little white like lines, and this has actual temperature, and this I believe is the same, but I'd like to add that maybe if it wouldn't require much wiring. It might be plug and play, but I'm not 100% sure. What else? Also, for the gauge, this is a necessity what needs to be fixed. I would like to overhaul the gauge cluster because, knock on wood, I don't have any wood near me. Knock on wood, this has not gone out, or nothing is acting up on it for a GM vehicle of this era. They usually tend to do like, you would get nothing down here and the gauges wouldn't even work, but everything still works. But I would really like to overhaul this to something that wouldn't potentially go out at any time. But also what needs to be fixed mechanically is, oops, dropping the key, is all the problems on this. I'll let it do its thing. Okay, I know what this is. We've had the ABS module, the whole thing rebuilt twice, or well, replaced rather, and then it needs a wheel speed sensor, and it needs, what else, a cable of some sort. It says it's too long. And then the airbag, let me get this to focus. The airbag is just a left front impact sensor, and this is tied in with the ABS. So that's pretty much it. And for anyone wondering, we're at 204,000 miles. So that's pretty much it for up in the front. Let me think. Oh, maybe add some sort of, some Blazers had the little feature where you could turn, that you could add like the temperature. On this, it already does have the temperature, but I just think it looks nicer and it doesn't look just as bland. On this, it has all the features up here, on and off. I'd like to add something on the mirror, so yeah. Moving on to the rear. Obviously leather seats in the rear to match. Hold on, let me move this out of the way. Put that up there. Let me grab the keys. Obviously replace the door speakers in the rear also. There's not really much in the back. No, not really. That would have to be replaced / what I want to do. Let's see, let me pop the hatch. Let's see, in the back. Okay, astonishingly, these are original, I believe, and they are not worn out, so I just wanted to point that out. For the trunk, not much. Clear all this, or at least make it more organized. I just kind of threw stuff back here as we've gone, boxes and stuff. I usually do organize this whenever I wash the car and vacuum and detail the interior, but I just washed it, so that will hold off until next wash. Now for this, some Blazers have the cargo cover that comes completely across and connects over there. This one does not. So how you would, well, you could find one that it just is pretty much just a swap. Get this, put it over, well, take this off. It should just pop off, yeah. So what you do is you just take this thing off and you just completely put the different one on, and it's just simple. It's nothing to it. This is all original. It looks like it's never even been moved. Oh, another fun fact for you. The spare tire has never been used and it still is holding air. Just a fun fact for you. What else? Back here. Not much really. No, not really much at all. Let me go ahead and fold this down. This might have to, well, like certain things on this is just completely brittle from rust. Maybe I could add something that has it doesn't just completely drop how this is. It's just a slow one, like strut or whatever you want to call that. Is that shut? There. So let's see what else. That's really pretty much it for what I really want to have done on the Blazer. I can't pull up what I needed to say. Let me go ahead and pause the video for right now. Come on, focus. Let me go ahead and pause the video and just quickly glance over what I have on my phone. So I'll be right back. Okay, well, I just looked and I completely forgot somehow. I'd like to get a paint job done from a cheap place, Maaco or something. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's not such a good paint job place, but I mean something that would be daily driven and parked out in the winter in the snow and driven in the snow and the rain. It's not really meant to be meticulous, but meant to look nice. And also, I would completely redo the interior. All new carpet, add the little padding for the carpet, and what else? I want to add all of like new soundproofing to make it quieter, because when this thing is running it's quite loud, and when you're driving it's loud also. Some people are going to say, well, that's because the tires too. Well, yes, that is another part, but those are the tires that we have on it. So that is actually pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down any suggestions that you would like for me to consider about thinking to doing on the Blazer, or anything that you think would look nice on it. And also about the spoiler, comment down below if you think or know of anybody who is selling one for a reasonable price. Let me think what else. And thank you all so much for 200 subscribers again. I'm going to say that. Hopefully we can get to 300 by the end of the year. That would be awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching again, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.